YouTube. Heir of Carthage here. Guess what it is time for? It is time for the Carthage campaign to begin. It's going to be a long one, folks. The campaign on here is long, but that's okay. You all seem to like that kind of thing. I went to the wrong menu. You can tell I'm new to this game. I have played a little bit of campaign, Carthage and Pontus only so far. Both very fun. I do have enough fuel that I'm going to feel fairly comfortable playing the game. I'm going to start it off on the hard difficulty for this campaign, and I'll probably move it up on some later if it seems like it's going to be filmable. I don't want to get a campaign that's going to be unfilmable, but I have tried the game on hard, and it is pretty fun on hard. If you're new to Total War, I don't recommend playing it on hard. I would start it off on normal. Easy, it's a little too easy. Normal is probably a good setting to teach you some lessons as well as get you acclimated to the game. So we will play it on normal, and you get to choose your faction here, and to be honest, the factions don't play as big a role as I hoped they would, but it's still kind of interesting in the sense that each faction has certain pluses and minuses, and there's three. You got the Hananid Dynasty, the Meganid Dynasty, and the Barkid Dynasty. Before I forget, we're going to go in here to the campaign settings. I would highly suggest for all of you that you uncheck Battle Realism, or else you can't use the tactical map, and it has a restricted camera. I would also highly recommend that you uncheck Show AI Moves, because the turn-ins can take forever. And I would also recommend that you put the time to 40 minutes. I would almost want to do it at 20, but I'm worried that I'll get a battle that I can't win in 20 minutes. So I put it on 40 just in case the AI glitches out. You don't have to wait quite as long when you're fast forwarding. That's my recommendation. Take it or leave it. That's up to you. Under victory conditions, you can pick what you want. We're going to start off our first campaign with a military victory, and eventually we'll do some of the others in other campaigns. So, Barkid Dynasty, military victory, hard game setting. I know some people are like, people are doing it in legendary here. You should do it in legendary if you're a real man. Okay. Even if I was a real man, I'm playing a game, and it's not real, so I guess I don't care. In any case, I don't want to start this off on Legendary. You all saw me play the campaign, and it was basically in Legendary. Obviously I can do it. I think this is the most enjoyable way to film it. So this is the way I'm going to film it. Like it or not. Hopefully like it. If you don't, I can't make you watch it. So let's get the campaign started. I'll let you watch the intro and everything, and I'll shut up while it's going on, because apparently some of you seem to take high offense when I speak when the game's going on. So I'll be quiet. Enjoy the footage.
Your possessions are divided. You must secure additional territory to ensure their protection and to establish your faction as the supreme Mediterranean power. You are already at war with the Turds. Capturing their settlement of Qartuba will further consolidate your position in Iberia. Relations are strained with Rome and Syracuse. You may find an ally in the Etruscan League should you choose to invade the Italian peninsula, and maintaining good relations with the Methazeli and your African protectorates will prove vital should you need to repel an invasion. Carthage will prevail.
Indeed it will, my friend. And before I forget as well, we're going to turn off the advisor before I get pestered to death. I've let the advisor play for a while just because whenever the game's new, it probably doesn't hurt you to let the advisor run, because you may hear things that help you. Campaign advice, battle advice. Okay, good. And I will turn up the battle difficulty to very hard, just to make this a little more interesting. Back, resume game. Alright, so here we are. We start out as Carthage. I'll hit the tactical map, which you do by pushing tab. These guys here that almost looks like Carthage's symbol, that's Carthago Nova, which is, I don't remember if they're a client state or what, I need to look. And then of course you got Libya that owns these provinces. And then down here you have the Methazeli, I think is what he called them. And the Turds, I think is what he called them. Turds. They're about to get pooped on too. So I hope they enjoy it. Let's see, and then Syracuse and Rome, of course, and then this is the Etruscan League that they talked about. So, and you can see the Balearic Islands here controlled by Nova Carthago as well. Let's take a look at our diplomacy, see how things are going to start off. So when we go in here to diplomacy, looks like Nova Carthago is we're trading with them. They're a client state of ours, and of course they have a friendly attitude towards us. Libya is a client state. They don't seem so happy towards us. And they're not trading with us. Well, let's see if there's anything we can do to improve our relations with them, because they could end up being a nice strategic ally for us. So it says that it's low for them to give me a trade agreement. We have a non-aggression pact and a client state. So let's see. We could offer him payment. I don't really want to give him much, but we could offer something to try and be nice. And it looks like they're not going to change their mind. They'll take my money, though. Well, I don't guess there's much I can do with them right now. Well, maybe they're at war with someone that I'm not at war with, and I can offer to join or something. Let's try one more thing. I just want to try and consolidate our allies so that we're not fighting like a trillion people at once.
For your speech. Sure that you come to deliver a profitable message.
Nope. Nothing I can do there. But maybe we can just give them a little bit of money and let's see how it affects the... let's give them a payment here of like 400 and see what it does to our relations with them. So if I check out the relation right now, here it is. So total overall is treaties with Libya is 20. But, okay, so the total's minus 43. We'll offer it to him. And let's see if it affected it whatsoever. We have good reason
to accept such terms.
Nope.
My people will give thanks, I am sure.
So basically I just gave them money for nothing. So we're going to stop that type of diplomacy. I should have learned that. America does that all the time. Give money to people who don't like you. It really never works out well. So, in any case, let us continue on our way. I'm going to end diplomacy with them. It looks like we are pretty good otherwise with our client state. So we got Nova Carthago as a client state. We can help defend them. Hopefully Libya doesn't turn against us, but they probably will. So here is Carthage in all its glory. It needs to be expanded. So you click this button here to expand the city, then mouse over this and click it. And then here we can see the different types of buildings we want to build. This one's kind of like cultural. Wells are kind of more like a sanitation type of thing. Outskirts is kind of an economic building. Then you got your military buildings here. You have a training field, a muster field, and a workshop. And then you got consecrated ground where you can build like a temple or a shrine. I'm going to start off by building a muster field because I'm going to need to train troops in this province. So we got the muster field. Not the mustard field, but a muster field. Stupid joke here. Yeah, I know. Give me a break. I've been doing stupid jokes for years. So I built a temple here in Lilybaeum, or Lilybaeum, yeah, Lilybaeum, however it's said, I don't know. I'm going to be slaughtering names like crazy on here, it's going to be great. So in any case, they're upset, of course, not real pleased with the current management. We're going to come up here to the river and go just across so we can spy on the Syracusans, make sure they're not about to run an attack on us. I'm actually going to bring this fleet kind of to more of a halfway point between the two so that I can still protect Carolus, which I don't have enough money to expand. And then we have one more city over here, which I believe is Carthago Nova, or Carthage, sorry, my bad, which is probably representing Carthago Nova. We can build a building here as well, and I'm going to recommend the muster field. Hopefully I'm right. Again, out of my desire to train more and better troops. I have a couple of armies. One is commanded by Mago here. I don't know if these are meant to actually represent the historical leaders. They seem kind of generic. This guy's named Hannibal, but trust me, as the campaign goes on, there's lots of generals with these names. Plus, each turn in is a year, so don't expect your general's life to be too terribly long. So let's end the turn. I'm not researching anything. Thank you. That's one of the nice things they added. I'm going to research the first military thing. There we go. End turn. And we are going to... It takes a while to end a turn, especially if you leave watch enemy movements on. Not something I would recommend. As you can see, there are a lot of factions, which is actually kind of neat in the sense that the game could expand into lots of different stuff. So let's see, war target is available. Okay, so you can declare war targets, and you do that by going into diplomacy. And let's say that I want to pick a city, like say for instance the Turds, not real happy with them. And then I can make it a war target, set coordination target. I believe I do so by clicking that right here, and then I click on the Turds city. I like really emphasizing turd there in case you haven't noticed. And so now they are the war target, and hopefully Nova Carthago will help push against them with me as well. So we seem to be in good shape there. So I can exit out. I did end my turn. It's going to be one more turn before I can recruit some slightly better units. I can get Carthaginian hoplites if I wait one more turn, but I do need a couple more skirmishers, so I will take them now. And right now my income's pretty good. I'm going to start researching some... we need to raise a force in this city. Not an agent, a force. We're going to pick a general. We have Himmelkar, Merble, Barakos, which is in the Hanadid dynasty, so you can actually pick people from other dynasties. Or Sempersica, whatever guy, Makinid dynasty. We're going to go with Himmelkar. I like his name. I can pronounce it better, or at least I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Raise an army. We want him to be an elephant general, and you'll see why in due time. Obviously because elephants are amazing. We're going to recruit some Libyan hoplites and a couple of skirmishers just to garrison this city and help calm down the populace. We're also going to want to raise an army here at Carolus. And we will pick, how about the Merble guy? Merbale is probably how to say it. Bale. Yeah, I can't say it. Anyway, he's going to be another elephant man. Real men ride elephants. Alright, so we're going to end this turn as well. Not a whole lot else I can do at the moment. Raising these forces is definitely going to drop my income pretty steeply, but it's going to give me a way to defend my territories. You're going to have a garrison that spawns in each city too. Makes it much harder for small armies to come and take your city while you're away. But sometimes that garrison is not strong enough to hold off an entire force. Most of the Carthaginian cities start out walled though, and it's definitely helpful. We finished researching logistics, and it says that my ally is preparing to move against my target, which is good. Hopefully Carthago Nova will help me out. I'm now going to start the civil research. Starts off with land management, and it enables the building some buildings and some agriculture. Carthage is definitely a state that heavily relied on trade for income, so I'm going to try and get them off to a good start by doing that. So you can see that the cost difference here between these Libyan hoplites and the Carthaginian hoplites is substantial, and the upkeep cost is no doubt different as well. But I'm going to go ahead and invest in some strong troops because I'm going to need them in this army. I already have a couple of swordsmen, so it seems, kind of pointless for me to recruit them. And that should be enough skirmishers. So that'll be plenty of army there. My income will definitely drop after this turn. And I'll start focusing my income on buildings and stuff now that I'll have a decent defense. Carthage is kind of big enough to defend itself as well. No, I didn't mean to go out into the sea. There we go. Alright, so we're going to recruit some Libyan hoplites here. Again, just to help bolster my defenses. Going to end the turn. I'm hoping to get a chance to... obviously, I'm going to be planning to invade Rome. Hopefully another faction doesn't take out Rome before I do. And after this turn, we should be in a good position to go ahead and go attack the Turdatani. The Turd Muffins. Ooh, that was such a mean name, Air. Watch your foul mouth. You know what? I should. Just kidding. Alright. Of course, Air, as usual, is always PG-13 or under. So, here we go. I think we're in a good position. Got our army moving to attack there. Carthage could use a little more defense. I doubt that we will need it right at the moment, but I'm going to train a couple of Carthaginian hoplites and some swordsmen, and I will again focus there later. Just want enough troops to defend my cities while I try and consolidate my holdings in one place first, which is going to be Spain, until I get to the point where I have enough money to force some wars in the other places. So by me doing this, it should be enough for me to hold off Rome and Syracuse, and if the Macesali or the other crazy factions down to the south of me or west of me decide to turn against me, Carthage can be defended. Alright, so research is complete. We've finished land management research. All my armies are trained. You can see that my income now is down to 916. And I do have enough in my treasury to keep things going, of course. But we're going to need to get some more money, which is going to be done through research, building, and conquering, of course. We're going to go in here to economy. And we can get Poitou to wealth from agriculture. I don't even know if I have any agriculture buildings at the moment, to be honest. If I don't, I should. Well, I got that fishing thing. It's 50 wealth from culture. Yeah, that's an agriculture building there, actually. Grain market. I need to build that. And then let's get back into our technology. The grain market's going to give me food and help get me money as well. So we'll do this one that helps us improve agriculture. We'll spend a little time researching these, and then we'll push our research into other areas. And let's go ahead and go hit Kartuba here. We want to take it from the enemy. You can see that they have a pretty big garrison of Iberian tribesmen and Iberian skirmishers, and then of course they've got this reinforcing army of Totinos. Is that like Totino's pizza rolls? Those guys were awesome. Here we go. Let's assault the city. No need to siege it. They do have walls, but they're pretty pathetic walls, and I'm feeling quite confident that I can get through them and take them out. They are on very hard, though, which not necessarily going to make the AI better, but it'll mean that their guys get some combat buffs. So I may be able to march through them because my men are better, but they are more numerous. And because of those buffs, their skirmishers will likely get a fair few kills as well. I don't know if this is terrain that I can actually move through. If it is, that'd be cool because I could get around their walls, because it looks like their city is built in the wall here. I just don't know if this terrain is passable. It looks like it is, though. I'm going to deploy back here and see if it's passable. Because if it is, it'd be a great way for me to get into the city. I mean, they have those interesting defenses out there, but heck, if I can march around it, I'd be more than happy to do so. Alright, so we'll use my general as a scout and find out whether or not it's possible. No. Well, of course they wouldn't make it that easy. Great. Now I gotta walk all the way back over here. That's what I get for being an idiot. Alright, so we're gonna move our guys. Here we go.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
I'm gonna fast forward. And let me give you the tactical overhead here. There's the Iberian city, the Turdatani city. You can imagine the stench coming off such a city. Reeks of feces, no doubt. And that right now their men are soiling themselves in fear of my army's approach and their impending death. So their name is quite befitting of the situation. I'm going to come out of that view and quit talking like an idiot so that we can get this over with. Not that I'm in really any particular hurry. This game is quite beautiful, though, when the graphics are working, which they tend to. I've had it glitch out of me before, and I've gotten the crazy low frame rates that some of you all talked about, so I'm sorry, you know, I feel your pain there. I understand. It is frustrating. I'm glad that mine's not doing it, but at the same time, you know, I'm sorry for those who are experiencing it, but like I said, I'm sure that they will fix it soon. But I'm not going to say that you shouldn't be frustrated. That is, of course, your choice. And I would probably be pretty frustrated if I were in your position. Okay, my guys are fairly rested. What we're going to do is pull these skirmishers up to open up the skirmishing, and then I'll use my hoplites to burn down the gates, and we will force our way through the gates. And I will use my, actually I'm going to use my Iberian swordsmen. These guys will be better for getting through the gates. Their attack stats are more well suited to that type of thing. I don't really have enough room up here for all my skirmishers, so they're not going to be able to throw well. Let's just take a couple. These guys will kind of cover my Iberians, hopefully. I can't even fit two of them, so we'll try one. And I'm not having an easy time with that either. There we go. Alright. Oh gosh, well apparently there's a bunch of javelins over here. Now we're going to switch these guys to Flaming Shot. I'm wondering what the hotkey is for that so I can start memorizing it. Well, maybe I don't have it set to a hotkey. There we go. Alright. There's a whole bunch of Iberian skirmishers all over the wall. That's a smart move by the AI. My guys are going to get chewed up. Because those guys have an advantage up on the wall, but my guys are just kind of a shield. They're sacrificial units, and if I don't hurry though, my sacrificial units are going to be dead. My guys should last a little longer over here. You can see I haven't even like caused a single death yet. My javelins are just bouncing off the wall. Or actually I did get a few kills. It's pretty cool. I'm liking the graphics there. Yeah, that skirmish unit's completely dead. Which means my guys are going to get plastered over here. So I'm actually going to pull up another javelin unit over here. Because I'm going to need another meat shield. My swords are already taking fire. If I move this unit up first, the AI will tend to want to shoot at the first unit that comes into range. Now I can go up here. I probably could have just marched to somewhere where the AI wasn't, which would have been smarter. But, this way is much more dramatic. And isn't that the way you would rather have it? Okay, my little ruse looks like it's going to work here. AI is throwing all their javelins at my my other troops. And javelins are much more effective on this game. Do not underestimate them, or I believe you will be made to be sorry. These are just wooden gates. Ought to be a fairly easy burn down for my men. I could have built siege equipment, but not real necessary for this type of siege. It does help you take fewer casualties, but at the same time, when you're besieging, you take attrition. So, which is kind of crappy. I'm not really sure why that is, why you take attrition when sieging. Like, I guess I kind of get it, but it's not something I expected. But, oh well. It makes there be a price for sieging. Alright, the gates are on fire. Got my guys ready to charge through. And as soon as the gatehouse completely burns, we'll be ready to go.
The men are wavering.
My guys are getting hammered. I'm actually going to run away and move my skirmishers back in and let these guys keep wasting more of their ammo. But yeah, my swordsmen are just getting lit up. Literally. It's going to take a minute for that gatehouse to burn through, so let's fast forward to that point. I think we should be out of range of all their missiles here, except for with these guys that I'm running up to be a meat shield again.
The enemy's gates have been destroyed.
Wow, those Carthaginian hoplites are in range? Good gravy, those guys got some arm. Okay, so the gate's destroyed.
The men are wavering.
I'm going to run my Carthaginian hoplites through as well, and my Iberian swordsmen. Here come all my troops. As soon as I get in the gate, I'll start giving them a hard time. The guys that are wavering are my skirmishers. The rest of my troops are going to be fine. I should be able to cut my way through this fight.
Our general is under attack.
Alright, so now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start laying the smack down on these skirmish units that are on the wall. And then I'm going to need to capture these towers. Alright, so my men are forced through. These Iberian skirmishers will get massacred by just about any of my units, as they're not going to be any good in melee combat. Not these type of skirmishers, at least. Okay, we've taken that watchtower away. Looks like we killed that unit. Let's get this Libyan hoplite. And let's run up here and capture this tower real quick. I want it to quit shooting at my men. This tower will capture as soon as all the enemies around it are gone. So that we have. And it's now coming under my control. And we can move up my Carthaginian hoplites to a defensive position where we've just made our entrance to the city. I basically don't care if my skirmishers die. They were kind of expendable. I would like to keep my infantry intact, though, so that they can keep retraining and becoming more veteran. I will use this javelin men to come take some towers, though. There we go. He's got some Iberian skirmishers standing right in front of me. We'll push them back real quick. These guys are pretty brave, no doubt. They're going to get chewed up. Okay, they are dead. And let's see, where are those
We have captured a tower.
There we go. Got the tower, so at least I won't be getting shot in the back now. So we can take these units, start moving to the town center, while the rest of my units do what it is I need them to do. My general can move up as well. Alright, we've captured another tower, or at least we're in the process of it. And I will let this javelin men unit capture the last tower that may affect me over there. I'm gonna move up my hoplites.
We have captured a tower.
Okay, got my general. The remaining units are garrisoning the city center here. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of hoplite formation, which ought to be good. I'm gonna take these hoplites up the center, and then I'm gonna take my mercenary and Libyan troops to the right. And then I'll take my general right here in the center to try and support all of them. These guys obviously are going to be more effective in phalanx position, though it works a little bit different than Rome 1. I'm going to go ahead and put my guys into phalanx. That means they tighten up, increases their defense. You can mouse over something if you're wondering what it is. It does. It says bonus versus cav, bracing, melee defense, and shield strength. Definitely makes them better. It takes away their movement speed, but as you can see, I can take them and still just kind of creep them forward. That's kind of the only way they can attack, because if I click an attack order, they're going to break formation and run. There may be some other ways. I'm still experimenting with it. Ooh, we got some Iberian tribesmen coming there toward me.
The men are wavering.
See, I clicked an attack order there, and I'll show you what I mean. I did hold control when I clicked it. We'll see if that makes them stay. Nope, see, they leave formation. And I don't want them to leave formation. Those guys are running right around me. See, my hoplites are still in formation here. And when they stay in formation like that, they're much more effective. These guys kind of broke formation, but here you can see they kind of stayed there. I want to keep them in that formation and keep inching forward, and it should make them should make them powerful for me. Some of the hoplites also have the rapid advance ability, which is helpful.
Has blessed us. Follow me. Drag them.
I'm getting sick of those tribesmen running away from me, so I'm just going to go out of phalanx formation and get them. Here, my guys have managed to get to them again in the phalanx. And what I'm going to do is I'll just click a move order behind them. Now they're going to go after my general, I think, because he's behind them. My swords made quick work of those guys. Those are some more Iberian tribesmen there. And what we'll do is we'll see if we can get around these Iberian infantry. I'm going to come out of phalanx formation. Oop, just barely managed to outmaneuver those guys, and we'll hit these spearmen from behind, and I'll give you some first-person view for that. At least I thought I was.
The enemy general is dead.
My horses are selected. There we go. And I'm imagining these guys are already breaking, but yeah, it's too late for the charge. It's kind of cool looking anyway. Go horsies, get those jerks.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yeah. Killed those guys and then cheered over their corpses. It looks like... Oh, there's some Iberian units left. Those tribesmen and... oh, those veteran warriors over there. That's who I should probably be assisting with my general. He's kind of in the wrong position. These guys are going to be a little bit stronger, but my Carthaginian hoplites are a match for them. They're good, but they're not that great. And I can capture the town center now as well. Actually, if I come around right here, this would be perfect. I think the units do pathfind through the city a little bit better. There's still a few rough edges on it, but they seem to pathfind a little better. Enemy general's broken now too. So we are in control of Kartuba. So we will end the battle. Kind of an ugly fight for me, but at least when I put it on hard like that, the AI is able to cause me more casualties, make things more difficult in the sense that I can't just plow straight through the front of them as easily as I could otherwise. And it'll make it more interesting, of course, later in the game when there's more powerful factions coming after me, so hopefully you all enjoy it. So there we go. We're going to, you have options here: loot, subjugate, which is basically like a vassal, or raise, or occupy. I'm going to occupy because I want the territory for my own. And you can loot and you can raise it, which is basically burning it to the ground. However, I don't really care to do that at the moment. I'm going to tear down some of these barbarian buildings, rebuild my own. Let's end the turn. And I know it's kind of a short episode, but I don't have a whole lot more time to film tonight, and I'm going to bring you more soon, so I am going to go ahead and cut this off here just as soon as this next turn is over. Hopefully you all are going to enjoy this campaign. It is definitely a fun one to play. I think once they make some patches and fixes, it'll be even more fun still. So very excited about it. The Turds are destroyed, and it looks like Gadira... Let's see, yep, so Carthago Nova, of course, is there with me, their client state. Carthage starts off with a lot of influence, probably more than most factions, which is, you know, kind of a benefit and a curse all at the same time. You have a lot of land to defend, and it can be very challenging. We need to change this into a Hellenistic city, actually. I lied. I'll go ahead and end one more turn because I want to build one more building there before I forget it.
We must follow separate roads.
Rome
can
has
be
ended the
shackled to
non-aggression
you no
treaty with me,
longer.
which is expected. Never expected Rome to be my friend.
You have been worthy allies, but our unquiet ancestors tell us to put aside friendship. This we will do.
That's kind of interesting that they're at war with Rome, but they wanted to not be allies with me. Very strange move by the Etruscan League. Doesn't seem to make sense, to be honest. Because they were no friend of Rome. Very interesting indeed. But, oh well. Oh, one of my armies has the plague, which is always good. Or no, this army has the plague, so they're telling me to avoid contact with it. Good idea. I don't plan on going there. He just saw a bit of a graphics glitch there. Not a big deal, though. Alright, let's go back into Cartuba here, build this building, and then I shall be done. I don't know why it's not selecting Cartuba. There we go. I'm going to build consecrated ground. Because I don't need any military buildings here, and this ought to help the city stabilize. So there we go. That's all I'm going to handle for now. So we've conquered our first province. We've gotten a defense started. The Romans are already beginning to ease towards war with us. Syracuse is no doubt headed in the same direction. So hope you all enjoyed it. Heir of Carthage will be back with more in the future. I don't know why I just said that in the third person, and I always do, but you know what I mean. So signing off for now. I will see you later.